Hi, Rebecca. Thank you so much for joining this podcast episode. Really appreciate it. How are you today?
Hi, Razel. Thank you for having me on here. I'm really good, and I'm excited to be here and see where it leads us.
Yeah, that's my pleasure is mine. I'm super excited to learn more about you, your journey, how you started your business, and the career you have. So yeah, I'd love to know yourself. I know like the business journey you're having and everything. Before that, what you used to do before you starting a business? Who was Rebecca, and is the business you always wanted to do, or you come across one day and realize, no, I want to be entrepreneur. I want to start my own business. How did it all started?
Mm, I think I never really had like a traditional normal job life.
Yeah.
Directly after my studies, I first went to Zanzibar, and I was leading a hotel there.
Hmm.
Um, I basically it was quite a lucky thing to come across. I didn't have any experience in leading teams. I had hardly any experience in working in a hotel. I was before that like 6 months an intern in a beach hotel, but that was all. Um, and then I got this job and I went to Zanzibar. It was just like, yeah, exciting, exciting opportunity, exciting to be there. Um, and that was sort of a bit the start into entrepreneurship as well, because there I was leading a business.
Mm.
I was getting to know a lot about how what it means to lead a business, what is connected to it, what are the parts of the business like finances, marketing, government stuff, whatever. Um, but I realized I would love to have my own business, to not just have an owner that still kind of tells me what they want or what they need, but just to make my own decisions, and also to have an online business that is like location independent. Because
Yeah.
still now I love Zanzibar a lot, um, but it's nice to be in between the worlds, between like Switzerland and Zanzibar, and have the choice, yeah,
Yeah.
to go where I want.
Yeah, definitely. That gives you like a freedom, you can be anywhere, you can grab your laptop and you start your business and do your work, right? That gives like total freedom. So
Yeah.
starting your business, what kind of obstacle do you think like you had in terms of like starting the business? A lot of people struggle to start a business, and a lot of people are feared not starting a business because they think so many negative thoughts they have, and that kind of true. When you start a business, then you realize like so many obstacles you have to go through every single day. You're waking up and you don't know like how's the next client coming in from. You don't know like how you're gonna make rent this month because you have no income coming in. So how did you deal with like the kind of obstacle, and what are those obstacles you had in terms of like starting a business?
Yeah. Um, for me, it was a long journey to really find what I want to do, what I want to offer.
Mm.
Um, it's for me, business is a bit finding a lot to myself as well, to myself as a person. Who am I? What am I here to give in this life? What are people interested in? That was one of the biggest obstacles, and then really learning also how you can sell better, how you can attract people, how you can market yourself. Um, and basically, yeah, just about the first thing, just last month, last December, I went completely offline and just wanted to go back again, more to my journey, more to
Hmm.
what makes me special, what people come to find to me. And I think um that's something you will do over and over again through your whole journey as an
Yeah,
entrepreneur, wherever you are. And that's just something you need to get used to. It's not, it will probably never be or get really, really comfortable. You will always be in a space where, yeah, there might be a little discomfort, and you make the next step and the next one and the next one. But it's also what makes it interesting in the end. Um,
definitely, yeah. And slowly, like you become more confident enough to do certain things like what you was fearful of. So, like, what are those lessons you have learned over the years? Like when you're starting your business, did you actually learn few things? You say?
yeah, a lot. The first year for me was a lot about learning marketing, learning structure, learning how to communicate in a way that you can catch people quickly,
Mhm.
because it's the, yeah, most of the business game is usually on social media, and people are just, the attention spans go down more and more all the time, and you need to figure out how you can communicate so that you actually can catch attention. um And then a big learning for me was also just to do what feels right to me, no matter if it really makes sense,
Mm.
or whatever. It will always be the best thing you can do, because then still you can learn and you can make the next step. Um, and as long as you stay true to what is right for you, I think you will not regret whatever is happening. But if you start to listen to too many other voices, there
Yeah.
might be regret coming in at some point, because you thought, I actually knew I shouldn't do this right now, but
Yeah.
I listened to person XYZ and then went into the other direction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree on that. So how did you know like which direction to go to? Like did you get any help from externally, or like you knew from the beginning this is the direction I'm going for, like this is the niche, this is the industry I'm going in. How did you find that?
No, I invested a lot into coaching, into courses, into all sorts of things. Um, and I think that's quite crucial in the beginning, because otherwise it's such a wide field, and
Yeah.
yeah, you don't know where to start when when you're just beginning. You might start with the completely wrong thing and then lose a lot of time. Um, that's just, yeah, it's not really useful. So I would advise to
Yeah.
go into coaching, like invest into coaching, into courses, whatever it
A
is
lot of
that.
people like a struggle, isn't it? Like they don't find their niche, they don't know like which direction they go to, or like they change it really, really quick. Like probably they tried the one niche for like a month and they didn't get the results. They switched to another one. They 12 niches in 12 months and they
Yeah.
got nowhere after the year, right? So it is important to find like a mentor or like a coaching program you're signing, or like who had actually been there, done that, like what you're trying to achieve. And if you follow their footsteps, it's so much easier, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
and also get the eyes on your things, because you can always learn a lot from courses and workshops and whatever, but putting it into practice is then always the other thing. Like I usually I'm a good learner and everything in school, but still to to put it into practice alone without someone looking over your stuff is still can be difficult.
Yeah, and this is what you do right now, isn't it? Like you help other coaches finding their niche, finding their what their purpose is, and which direction they go to. So how do you go about that? Like how do you help them in terms of like finding their niche? Is there any kind of formula you use, or like just talking to them?
Usually the first, yeah, most is talking and figuring out first of all what is important to them, what do they want to bring into the world. Um, and then I'm quite good at catching out the words that really um, that are the ones mattering.
Mm,
Because often people talk a lot, but then you need to kind of like boil it down into one short sentence or into one statement. Um, then I usually try to make it tangible.
yeah.
Um, many people, many coaches especially, also try to advertise like I help you with self-love, with empowerment, with whatever, but it's just usually not tangible enough.
Mm,
If you go into a really tangible topic, um, like how can you get a promotion, that's an empowerment topic or self-love topic as well, but with a specific tangible result attached. And that usually makes it then easier to sell it as well. But there you then need to figure out what's interesting for the person, which direction is it. Is it a job? Is it rather relationships,
yeah.
health, whatever?
And do you think like is it helpful like finding in the one niche going towards, or like choosing two, three different niche? How did you find out like when you actually choosing your niche? Like obviously you said you got like mentors and everything, but when you're actually implementing it, did you find your niche straight away, or did it took some time or testing few different niches before you actually found your niche?
It took some time testing, absolutely. Um, I would still advise to get clear as quickly as you can, because I lost a lot of time in the beginning, like at least 6 months being very unclear. And I just got very frustrated and didn't know why is it not working for me and for everyone else, yes, and why me not. And like just, yeah, there's a lot of self-doubt coming up that's unnecessary. But if you want to test, feel free. And I mean, I'm also thinking of adding a second niche that's more into the direction of going abroad and finding a job abroad,
Yeah.
because that's also a story that I have and that I can teach easily. Um, but yeah, just test and see what fits for you. I would just stick to one thing at least like 2 or 3 months.
Mhm.
So you actually have some time to see how is this going, how is it gaining traction or not, and not just
Yeah.
switching again. Like you said before, 1 month, one niche is probably not enough time.
Yeah, definitely. Like when I started my business, finding a niche was really, really hard because when you're starting a new business, you don't know which direction you go to and you don't know
Yeah,
what your passion is. And you also don't know like you're going to be able to get the results for your client or not. So then
yeah,
all things combined, like without you doing it, actually physically doing it, you wouldn't know. If it's on your
yeah,
head, you're thinking like this is the best niche, other people are making money from it, other people are very successful at it. But actually you don't do it, like you don't know like this is the niche you want to go after. So
yeah,
I've been in the business on my marketing side like last 5 years now. So we changed about 4 or 5 times niche before we actually found which niches like we don't go after. So last 2 years, like we've been on a one niche and we increased our business to 500% because we know how to help them. We know like this is the niche we are really good at and we can get the results for our clients. So
yeah,
yeah, it's not like a 1 day thing, even though like a 3 months you said probably sometimes it takes a 1 year before you find
yeah,
out like this niche is not good or not. And yeah, you have to enjoy it as well. Like when you're actually working with them clients, you realize this is the niche you're not enjoying at all. Like if the money is fine, you gain the client's results, but long term is burning you out. Then you have
yeah.
to reevaluate again and you have to go through that. So what's your process like when you actually take on a client, you want to work with them? How long does it actually take them for like are you helping them and get to the certain level for achieving their pinnacle of success in terms of finding the niche? How long actually takes you to use it?
Yeah. Usually we work together for 3 months. Um, and that's about the range where you can really get results. I think shorter programs are yeah just too short to really see results.
Mm,
But usually the first thing is really focusing on clarity. But then also I like to go a lot into mindset
right.
and thinking where yeah checking out where you can block yourself because there's a lot of options there. Where you just feel like, oh no, I'm too uncomfortable to, I don't know, do market research calls or whatever, but this is maybe
Mm,
exactly the thing that you should be doing.
yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. And
yeah.
what would be like your advice in terms of like someone starting out at the beginning of the business? They need to find a niche and they probably don't know where to start from. Like they never had a coach or consultant. What would you recommend? Do they find their own or like do they seek help from other individuals?
You mean if they start completely, if they should invest into coaching or first start out themselves?
Yeah, like what
Mm,
would be best, do you think?
I think maybe a mixture of both. It also depends what your funds are and how you are in this. Like, do you do you rather think you want to build it in the next 5 years, or do you want it like to be a bit quicker?
Yeah.
Usually, coach just saves you time. So, but if you just feel like, well, I want to keep my job for now, and I want to see slowly where this is going, you can also
Mm,
always a good idea is just to start an Instagram account or Facebook or whatever is your medium that you like, and just start to give out things. This helped me a lot in the beginning to just figure out what do I like to give out into the world, because
yeah.
I realized then I do like photography, I do like painting, but
Yeah.
this was too shallow for me. I just always was like I always need like some nice quote there, or I wanted to give some more depth to it all the
Mm,
time. And then I realized, ah, maybe actually coaching could be something for me because I like to look into these yeah things you can stand in your way, or these little hints that can make your life so much easier. Um,
yeah, definitely. So Rebecca, so what's your mission and vision like for your business? Like you started out your business. So what are you trying to achieve and accomplish in next 5 years or 10 years?
I just love to bring like as a mission. I just love to bring adventure into the world, to bring like yeah to make people also in a way happy, because I think it makes you a lot happier if you go for what you love, and you if you have the clarity and the confidence to just walk forward and try things, and yeah get out with what you love.
Yeah.
um, and as a vision, I just really Um, I just really want to build something big. I cannot tell you exactly what because there's many different types, different things that interest me.
Mm.
Um, I certainly can see myself being on a stage at some point, maybe a speaker. Um,
Okay.
yeah, and just really have a positive impact in the world and motivate people to do what they love.
Yeah, that's definitely. Yeah, we all should have like a big mission and vision so we can focus and we head toward that direction. So, Rebecca, we're coming to the end of this podcast. It's been a great pleasure having you. So, those who's interested to learn more about you, your program, where's the best place to find you?
On my website or on my Instagram channel. That's Brave Becky, bravebecky.com or Brave Becky on Instagram. That's usually the place to find me.
All right. Yeah, that's great. So, thank you so much for coming today. And I really enjoyed having a conversation with you. And I hope you have a wonderful new year. And yeah, thanks for coming today.
Thank you so much, Rachel. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, most welcome. Thank you. So that's a wrap, guys. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast episode. I hope you got some value from it and enjoyed it. So those who's listening, if anyone too interested, learn more about Rebecca, go visit her social media platform. And yeah, until then, I'll talk to you in the next episode. Take care.